And there are people like you who've documented this, who have lived through it. And why do you think there is a debate about whether climate change is real or not? It's for, I mean, if you have so much evidence, you still have presidents of countries say it's a hoax perpetrated by the scientists, these are the experts talking. There's enough data to back it up. Why do you think that is? And it's coming from educated folk, not that it's from people who, or is it the equivalent to this would be people not believing that Earth is round, or if man really did land on the moon?
Exactly. Unfortunately, some people don't believe Earth is round or man landed on the moon, and they tend to be the same people who don't believe in climate change.
Hmm.
A lot of times we have found that these folks actually know very well that climate change is happening. It's just that it's in their financial interest to pretend that it isn't.
Hmm.
It's not an accident that it's countries that rely a lot on sales of oil or coal that really they don't want to have to take what they think are going to be economy disrupting steps to address climate change. And so the best way to deal with that is to try to pretend that climate change isn't happening.
Hmm.
And so that's what's happening. And that's why and then you have some countries where the politics is a little broken, like here in the United States. And it just, the powerful lobbyists are able to say, oh, no, there's no climate change. It's all a leftist plot, nothing to worry about. And nothing gets done, or very little gets done. And it's a shame because there are basically a few countries and people in a few countries who are dragging everyone else back in terms of taking action. And they're the countries that most need to take action. The most complex and interesting example is China, which has become the largest emitter of greenhouse gases, but also is by a mile the world leader now in solar panels, wind power, electric vehicles. It's lapping the world with its quality of electric vehicles. So China's an interesting case. India's interesting too, because it's still such a reliance on coal, of course, and you're still building more coal, but there is also an interest in alternative energy methods. Russia's another obstacle because they want to continue to earn money from oil. So mostly it is just a vested interest. People don't want to acknowledge that climate change is happening because it will cost them financially. There's also in this particular country, the United States, a religious element in that more fundamentalist Christians refuse to believe that we mere humans can be altering the climate. Well, you have people like, I know somebody who's a very good climate scientist, but is also a Christian, and she points out parts of, Christian texts that show it's our responsibility to look after, the world and so forth. But